here's my thing. There's some parallels between what's going on here and what's going on with that letter that went out with no confidence.
Yeah.
Now, there's also some parallels.
I'm sure that's where they figured it out.
There's 1,100 drivers.
And how many cops?
There's 900 cops.
Ah, that's interesting.
And you know what's interesting?
That's an interesting.
600 cops march on City Hall, and 900 drivers could go out and march City Hall too.
That's probably what we should do.
Disrupting service?
We march Center Street Garage.
Without disrupting service?
Well, we wouldn't get 600 there, and nor am I implying that we should do it. What I'm saying
Well,
is,
a lot of that stuff was very similar to the way the media, went after that cop.
There's some strong parallels here.
Yeah, right.
If you really
that's
read
right.
about
It's true, and you know the consequence of the behavior of the cop was really no significance to the person.
Right, and the parallels between what was the woman's name? Mary Wheat.
Yeah, she's a detective or something.
Right, spokesperson, and then our fearless spokesperson.
Mary Fetch? Or
Right.
Mary
Now
Fetch.
Becky's okay, but Mary Fetch. Every time and I've only been there 2.5 years.
You've only been here 2.5 years.
Mary's never stood up for me. She's never.
No, not once. You're right. That's a good.
She's never even.
Not once. He's right about that.
Right. She's never stood up for us in the press, paper, and I would say this. Do you remember the former?
Right.
Do you remember the former spokesperson for the Bureau of Transportation?
Oh, Mary Baum?
Yes.
Yeah, I just read the article. She's running for city council.
Right. And you used to what?
She's running for city council.
Right, but what you say you used to?
There was an article.
No, but do you know Mary Baum?
No.
Do you? What about her? What's the parallel?
I've heard her news.
Mary Baum was a good spokesperson for the Bureau of Transportation, in my opinion.
That's City of Portland.
Yes, and she's no longer spokesperson.
She got laid off, actually.
She did?
Well, yeah, but even before she got laid off, she was no longer spokesperson. But every time Mary Baum went on TV, whether it was the sand truck drivers, the snowplow drivers, or the dudes or the dudettes patching the potholes,
Yeah.
Mary Baum never had a negative thing to say about her workers.
Never.
Never.
Oh, that's interesting.
Now, then you look at our spokesperson, whether it's, well, I won't use that analogy. When you look at our spokesperson, and every time that at least I've seen her on TV or listened to her on the radio, I generally get the sense, and again, maybe I'm biased, but I've heard my neighbors comment over the backyard barbecue in July, gee, I saw your blank on TV, your spokesperson on TV, and I really came across getting a negative vibe about you drivers. And
Yeah.
And my neighbors know, I mean, I've lived in the same house for 27 years, and I said, well, do you get a negative vibe about me? No, we know you're good, but every time she's on TV, it seems like the media backs her into a corner and she starts backpedaling, and it's, I don't know. I think it adds to the negative, don't you think?
It does. You're absolutely right.
And it feeds
It's
the
absolutely
feeding
right. Now,
frenzy.
why is that? Because she's speaking for Fred. Don't think she doesn't. If you look at the organizational chart, you see she reports directly to Fred. It's Fred. It's coming from Fred. It's not her.
At least Becky, the couple times I've seen or read,
Yeah, she
or
does
heard,
she
does a better job. And I think the other thing that bothers me about the current communications director, I don't think
You're talking about Josh Collins?
No, Mary or whatever her name.
Actually,
is. Mary Fetch.
She's a media. Whatever.
Yeah, I know people like Mary Baum. I know people who have been in that position, let's say, for the Bureau of Environmental Services. And I'm not going to mention names, but I compare their pay and I compare their work accomplishments or achievements or level of competence. I'm sorry. If somebody has to go,
Mary Fetch.
that's the first one I go for.
That's what